Welcome to CodeCradle. Today we are going to learn Spring most important annotations. First, at Spring Boot application. At Spring Boot application combines at Spring Boot configuration, at enable auto configuration and at component scan annotation to simplify the configuration. At REST controller annotation, a combination of at controller and a response body used to create RESTful web services. At request mapping, it maps HTTP requests to handler methods in the controllers, often used for defining routes. Get mapping, post mapping, put mapping, delete mapping, patch mapping. Specialized annotations for mapping specific HTTP methods, that is, get, post, put, delete, patch to handler methods. At autovide, automatically injects dependencies in Spring managed components. At component, at service, at repository, at controller, stereotype annotations for different layers in a Spring application, marking classes as a Spring managed components. At configuration, marks a class as a source of Spring Bean definition. At bean, it indicates that a method produces a bean to the managed by the Spring container. At a transactional, marks a method or a class as transactional, managing transactions automatically. At enable auto configuration, it enables Spring Boot's auto configuration mechanism to automatically configure the application based on its dependencies. At property source, adds a property file to the Spring environment. At value, injects value from properties file or environment variables into fields. At profile, it defines beans that should be active only for specific profiles. At path variable, it binds a method parameter to a URI template variable. At request param, it binds a method parameter to a query parameter in a URL. At exception handler, it handles exceptions thrown by controller methods. At response status, it sets the HTTP status code in the response. At cross origin, it enables cross origin resource sharing for a method or a class. At valid, used for method parameter validation with JSR 303 or JSR 380 annotations. At cacheable, at cache put, at cache evict annotations for caching in Spring.